We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
The special concrete contains lightweight concrete, high density and radiation shielding concrete, roller compacted concrete, high performance concrete, high strength concrete, fiber reinforced concrete, high volume fly ash concrete, self compacting concrete, ferro cement concrete, pumped concrete and polymer concrete. All these concrete are mentioned in your GTU syllabus. But in today's lecture, we are going to cover these 3 concrete. So now there is a fundamental question that what is special concrete? Okay. So if generally we discuss, then conventional concrete generally used in road building construction, residence structure construction, right? But if we need some special applications like building having 100 story, I want to construct 101 floor, right? So at that floor I need some concrete having a good flow, good workability, right? So normal concrete can't work on that 101 floor. So in that case I need high performance concrete, right? If my concrete is sorry if there is a concrete, today we are going to focus on lightweight concrete, high density and radiation shielding concrete, roller compacted concrete. Okay, so there is a question that why special concretes are there, why we have to study, why we have to focus on that. So dear students, normal concrete can't work every place. If there is a floor, we have to construct like 101 floor, fine. So at that place normal concrete can't work. Why? Because we need good flow, good workability, good pumpability. Okay, so as per that our concrete performance will be differ, and for that we will use high performance concrete. If we are going to construct a structure, in that we need a good tensile nature of that concrete, okay, good toughness of that concrete, then we will go for fiber reinforced concrete. Then as per the application there are different type of special concrete. So based on that we will cover 3 concrete in our today's topic. So before discussing that 3 type of concrete, we will focus on the main concern, concrete. What is concrete? Concrete is the most widely used man-made construction material in the world and is second only to water as the most utilized substance on the planet. It is obtained by mixing cementitious materials like water, aggregate, and sometimes admixture in required proportion. Now before this बच्चे बच्चे अभी तो तुम्हें काफी ना सर हाँ ना. Now before discussing our main special type of concrete, our main focus on the concrete. So what is concrete? Concrete is the most widely used man-made construction material in the world and is second only to water as the most utilized substance on the planet. It is obtained by mixing cementitious materials, water and aggregate, and sometimes admixtures in required proportion as per the need of concrete and application of that concrete. The mixture, when placed in forms and allowed to cure, hardens into a rock-like mass known as concrete. Means it's a hard material. It is estimated that the present consumption of concrete in the world is of the order of 10 billion tons to 12 billion tons every year. Humans consume no material except water in such large quantity. Now, special concrete in recent trend, then notwithstanding its versatility, cement concrete suffer from several drawbacks also, like tensile strength is low, permeability to liquids and consequent corrosion of reinforcement, susceptibility to chemical attack and low durability. Modifications have been made from time to time to overcome the deficiency of cement concrete yet retaining the other desirable characteristics. Recent developments in the material and construction technology have led to significant change resulting in improved performance, wider and more economical use. Right. So as per need, we have to change our type of concrete. For that, we have to use special chemical admixture, chemical agents, and as per application, we have to prepare concrete, which are our special concrete. So, as per lightweight concrete, so from that image is taken from that source. So, by observing that image, you can see that lady hold that concrete cube very easily, right? So, by seeing the image, you can imagine that how light that concrete cubes are. Okay, so we can say that definitely it's a lightweight concrete. Okay. So, one of the disadvantage of conventional concrete is the high self-weight of concrete. Density of the normal concrete is in the order of 2200 to 2600 kilogram per meter cube. This heavy self-weight will make it to some extent an uneconomical structural material. The lightweight concrete, as we call, is a concrete whose density varies from 300 to 1850 kg per meter cube. There are many advantages of having a low density. It helps in reduction of dead load, increases the progress of welding, and lowers the haulage and handling cost. The weight of a building on the foundation is an important factor in design, particularly in the case of weak soil and tall structures. If floors and walls are made up of a lightweight concrete, it will result in considerably economic, right? Another most important characteristic of lightweight concrete is the relatively low thermal conductivity, a property which improves with decreasing density. It's a salient feature. In extreme climatic conditions and also in case of buildings where air conditioning is to be installed, the use of lightweight concrete with low thermal conductivity will be of considerable advantage from the point of view of thermal comforts and lower power consumption. Okay, so we can say that it is saving electricity. The adoption of lightweight concrete gives an outlet for industrial waste such as clinker, fly ash, slag, etc., which otherwise create problem for disposal. Basically, there is only one method for making concrete light by the inclusion of air in concrete. The inclusion of air in concrete is achieved in actual practice by three different methods. First one, by replacing the usual mineral aggregate by cellular porous or lightweight aggregate. Second, by introducing gas or air bubbles in mortar. This is known as aerated concrete. Third one, by omitting sand fraction from the aggregate. This is called no fines concrete. So, as a lightweight concrete, there is a group of lightweight concrete which is taken from the concrete technology book written by Ms. Shetty from page number 505. So, in that, no fines concrete, lightweight aggregate concrete, aerated concrete. In that aerated concrete, two sub branches there, chemical aerating and forming mixture. So, in no fine concrete, In lightweight concrete, there is a group of lightweight concrete which is taken from the concrete technology book written by M.S. Shetty from page number 505. So in that table you can see no fines concrete, lightweight aggregate concrete, aerated concrete which is having chemical aerating and forming admixture. So in no fine concrete, gravel, crushed stone, coarse clinker, then sintered pulverized fuel ash, expanded clay or shell, expanded slate, formed slate, these are used. In light aggregate concrete, simply clinker, formed slag, expanded clay, expanded shell, expanded slate, sintered pulverized fuel ash, exfoliated vermiculite, expanded perlite, pumice, organic aggregate. These aggregates are used. In chemical aerating, there is a aluminium powder method and hydrogen peroxide and bleaching powder method. And in forming mixture, there is a performed form and air entrained form. So, the lightweight aggregate can be classified in two categories, namely natural lightweight aggregate and artificial lightweight aggregate. So, in natural lightweight aggregate, the pumice, then scoria, volcanic cinder, sawdust, rice husk, these material will be come. And under artificial lightweight aggregate, artificial cinder, sintered fly ash, then slag, bloated clay, etc. material are concerned. Aerated concrete is made by introducing air or gas into a slurry composed of Portland cement or lime and finely crushed siliceous filler, so that when the mix sets and hardens, a uniformly cellular structure is formed. Though it is called aerated concrete, it is really not a concrete in the correct sense of word. As described above, it is a mixture of water, cement and finely crushed sand. Aerated concrete is also referred to as gas concrete, form concrete, cellular concrete. In India, we have at present a few factories manufacturing aerated concrete. A common product of aerated concrete in India is Ciborex. No fine concrete, as the term implies, is a kind of concrete from which the fine aggregate fraction has been omitted. This concrete is made up of only coarse aggregate, cement and water. Very often, only single-sided coarse aggregate of size passing through 20 mm retained on 10 mm is used. No fines concrete is becoming popular because of some of the advantage it possesses over the conventional concrete. The single-sized aggregates make a good no-fine concrete which, in addition to having large voids and hence light in weight, also offers architecturally attractive look. A particular type of lightweight concrete called structural lightweight concrete is the one which is comparatively lighter than conventional concrete, but at the same time it is strong enough to be used for structural purpose, and it is again the salient feature of that lightweight concrete. It therefore combines the advantage of normal weight concrete and discards the disadvantage of normal weight concrete. Perhaps this type of concrete will have great future in the years to come. Out of the three main group of lightweight concrete, the lightweight aggregate concrete and aerated concrete are more often used than the no fines concrete. Lightweight concrete can also be classified on the purpose for which it is used, such as structural lightweight concrete, non-load bearing concrete, and insulating concrete. The aerated concrete, which was mainly used for insulating purpose, is now being used for structural purpose, sometimes in conjunction with steel reinforcement. વચ્ચે ખોખરા બોખરા નહીં થતા. બેગ બરાબર ચાલે છે ને? હા, now high density and radiation shielding concrete. The image is taken from the source which is mentioned over here. In the image, maybe you can't see properly, but that pipe is under sea water, and above that pipe concrete cubes are kept. Why? Because due to pressure of water that pipe will not come up, so to hold that pipe under sea water only, that concrete is kept. So based on that we can assume the density of that concrete. To call the concrete as high density concrete, it must have unit weight ranging from 3360 kg per cubic meter to 3840 kg per cubic meter, which is about 50% higher than the unit weight of conventional concrete. They can, however, be produced with the densities up to 5280 kg per cubic meter using iron as both fine and coarse aggregate. The high density concrete is used in the construction of radiation shield. Large scale production of penetrating radiation and radioactive materials as a result of the use of nuclear reactors, vertical accelerator, industrial radiography and X-ray, gamma ray therapy require the need of shielding material for the protection of operating personnel against the biological hazard of such radiation. Concrete, both normal and high density, are effective and economic construction materials for permanent shielding purpose. There are many aggregates whose specific gravity is more than 3.5 for making a heavyweight concrete. Out of these, commercially employed aggregates are barite, magnetite, then hematite and many more. Also available are steel and iron aggregate in the form of shots, punching strap for use as a heavyweight aggregate. In determining અહીંયાથી કાપી નાખો. There are many aggregates whose specific gravity is more than 3.5 for making a heavyweight concrete. Out of this, there are many aggregates whose specific gravity is more than 3.5 for making a heavyweight concrete. Out of these, commercially employed aggregates are barite, hematite, magnetite and many more used in that concrete. Also available are steel and iron aggregates in the form of shots, punching scrap for use as a heavyweight aggregate. In determining which aggregate to use, consideration should be given to availability of aggregate locally and their physical properties. In general, heavyweight aggregates should be clean, strong, inert and relatively free from deleterious material which might impair the strength of concrete. The capacity of various heavy aggregates to absorb gamma rays is almost directly proportional to their density. The heavier elements are more effective in absorbing fast neutrons by inelastic collisions than are lighter ones. As heavy aggregate as possible should be used for this purpose. However, density is not the only factor to be considered in the selection of an aggregate for neutron concrete shield. These materials contain a high percentage of water of hydration. On hitting the concrete, some of this fixed water in the aggregate may be lost. Then, limonite and goethite are reliable source of hydrogen as long as shield temperature does not exceed 200 degrees centigrade and serpentine is good up to about 400 degrees centigrade. Here you can see the image of roller compacted concrete. That image is taken from this source. From the image you can see concrete is laying on surface and person is compacting through roller. Okay. So ACI 207.5R 89 defines roller compacted concrete as a concrete compacted by roller compaction. The concrete mixture in its unhardened state must support a roller while being compacted. The development of roller compacted concrete caused a major shift in the construction practice of mass concrete dams. The traditional method of placing, compacting and consolidating mass concrete is at best a slow process. Improvement in earth moving equipment made the construction of earth and rock fill dams speedier and therefore more cost effective. Roller compacted concrete is placed in layer thin enough to allow complete compaction. The optimum layer thickness ranges from 20 to 30 cm. To ensure adequate bonding between the new and old layer or at cold joint, segregation must be prevented and a high plasticity bedding mix must be used at the start of the placement. For effective consolidation, roller compacted concrete must be dry enough to support the mass of the vibrating equipment but wet enough to allow the cement paste to be evenly distributed throughout the mass during mixing and consolidation process. In India, roller compacted concrete has been used as a base concrete in the construction of Delhi Mathura Concrete Road construction project. Similarly, that roller compacted concrete has been used as a base course concrete in Pune Mumbai Express Highway construction. In both the project, the roller compacted concrete was referred by dry lean concrete. The grade of concrete was M10, where M represents mixture, 10 representing its strength in megapascal after 28 days. Thickness 15 cm. Such a concrete was thoroughly compacted by vibratory roller over which pavement quality concrete of grade M40 and 35 cm thick was laid. If we discuss the advantage of roller compacted concrete, then it resists rutting and showing associated with asphalt pavements. It allows for thinner pavement design compared to pavement alternatives. It does not require forms, dovels, reinforcement or finishing. It does not soften under high temperatures. It does not deform under heavy loads. It has low maintenance cost and it is environment friendly. If we'll discuss disadvantage, then roller compacted concrete does not have an aesthetic appeal offered by conventional concrete. Mohammed? Aesthetic. If we will discuss disadvantage of roller compacted concrete, then RCC does not have the aesthetic appeal offered by conventional concrete such as a smooth texture and uniformly throughout the pavement. Its use of aggregate makes it a rougher pavement, lacking the smoothness of traditional concrete. Since roller compacted concrete is a drier mix containing less water, extra care must be taken when installing in RCC in hot weather areas. So dear students, as per our syllabus, that three special type of concrete we concern. So based on that theories, we can give small comparison. So comparison between normal concrete and special concrete. So normal concrete is used for normal work like building, bridge, road, etc. Very first I told about the special concrete. So in that, this type of concrete is used for special type of structure like nuclear reactor, building with acoustic treatment, air conditioned building, heavy bridge, heavy dam, right? Ingredient of normal concrete are cement, sand, aggregate and water. And in special concrete, in case of lightweight aggregate are used. In polymer concrete, polymer binder will be used instead of water. If fiber reinforced concrete will be there, so fiber will be used. So as per application, the concrete ingredient are changing. Construction is carried out by conventional method in normal concrete, but in special concrete, concrete is done by special techniques. Now in normal concrete, properties of concrete like density, strength, etc. are normal range. But in special concrete, properties of concrete like density, strength are of higher range. For example, density of lightweight concrete is about 500 to 2000 kilogram per meter cube, and that of heavyweight concrete is about 3000 to 5000 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, here it is kilogram per meter cube. By mistake that point is there, so don't consider it is. Normal concrete is economical and special concrete are costly because it is required special techniques. Okay, so uh, as theory, whatever theory we discussed, okay, so based on that you got the fundamental knowledge regarding the special type of concrete, and based on that we compared the special concrete and normal concrete. That outcome of that lecture, whatever we discussed at last regarding the comparison, that question was asked in your GTU and semester exam of previous year paper. So dear students, whenever any lecture is conducted, any theory classes is there, so focus and try to understand the output of that lecture as per your final exams. So for today, our lecture is over. We will discuss another topic in next lecture. Till that, stay safe, take care, all the very best and study well.